France, the Lumiere brothers staged their first moving picture show in Paris in 1895. So it does appear that these people, especially Edison, really benefited from Louis Le Prince's disappearance.
Now, let me ask about the patent thing, because I could never find conclusive answers to this. Is you read that Le Prince applied for a patent for the single lens camera in the United States.
Yeah, and it was denied.
And then 2 years later, Edison applies for it and gets it without a hitch. And they denied, according to the readings that I've seen, it was denied because it infringed on another patent.
Yeah, but Edison's design infringed on the same patent.
Correct. But so, is there truth to that, or do you know? I couldn't find out if that was true or not.
I have not been able to find that out for a certainty.
Okay.
Didn't Edison work in the patent office for a while?
No, that's Einstein.
Yeah. But
wrong famous guy.
Wrong famous D guy.
You sort of wonder when it comes to Edison, though, if he maybe didn't have a mole in the patent office.
Yeah.
You kind of wonder
about that. He filed patents like mad, though. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. He filed through what was the name of the place that he had, Edison?
You mean Menlo Park?
Menlo Park. Thank you. Through Menlo Park, he filed for bunches and bunches and bunches of patents.
Oh, yeah.
So I almost wonder if his patent went through because somebody went, another Edison patent, stamp, go.
Yeah, that could be. Or I think it could be, too, because it might be one of those dealios where you kind of got to, like, bribe somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a time where that was not uncommon in this country.
Yeah, so anyway, Edison gets his patent, and Louis Le Prince does not. But as I was saying, Edison really benefited from Le Prince's disappearance. And the family felt like Edison and the Lumieres were taking credit for Louis Le Prince's invention. But apparently they couldn't sue. I read in one place that only Louis Le Prince could take legal action under American law about anything regarding patent infringement. And so the family could have taken legal action if Louis was dead, but he wasn't legally considered dead.
That took years. It
took like 7 years.
Yeah.
And then he was declared, I think he was declared legally dead in 1897. But
at which point it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. I mean, they're off and running, and so, yeah. So anyway, years went by, and this is fairly recently. Like, we're talking like, probably 10 or so years ago. A guy named Alexis Bedford was a grad student at New York University, and he was doing research into the history of motion pictures. And he was in the archives of the New York Public Library researching Thomas Edison's work. And he found this worn leather book, which turned out to be one of Edison's notebooks, which I assume he had lots of.
I would imagine.
Yeah, and in this book, he found a note dated September 20th, 1890. In Edison's handwriting, which read, quote, "Eric called me today from Dijon. It has been done. Prince is no more. This is good news, but I flinched when he told me. Murder is not my thing. I'm an inventor, and my inventions for moving images can now move forward." Unquote. So Alexis Bedford took that journal back to New York University and gave it to a historian there named Robert E. Meyer for authentication. And this guy, Meyer, examined the journal. It included handwriting comparisons and some sort of computer tomography scan, CAT scan. And he decided the journal was real. The note dated September 1890 was in Edison's handwriting, so it was the real deal. It was the smoking gun. Thomas A. Edison, crime kingpin.
Yeah. That sounds like him.
Yeah. At this point, there was a similar mysterious disappearance of another inventor who Edison.
Later on.
Yeah, this is a while later, in 1913. Rudolf Diesel disappeared in September 1913. He boarded the steamer Dresden in Antwerp, Belgium, bound for the UK, and that was September 29th. And the day of, he disappeared. Again, apparently the next day he was supposed to show up at breakfast, and he didn't. So they checked his cabin. The bunk had not been slept in. He was nowhere to be found. They searched the ship, couldn't find him. They looked at his journal, and the last entry, which was September 29th, was nothing more than a cross. And the cross looked suspiciously just like one that Edison would have drawn.
Was Edison on the ship?
Edison was not on the ship, but you don't know that his agents weren't.
So, for anybody who hasn't picked up on it yet,
why is this guy? Yeah, and at this point, we're down to the break.
everything that I mean, he did great things, but he was also a dirty businessman.
Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah, yeah, and that whole story of him and Tesla is kind of interesting in itself.
That's worth a lot of reading if you've never done that. Yeah. Let's just go through the story and then we'll talk about the technology and then we can go from there. That's probably the better way so we don't